Hi, everybody. Hello, Vitaly Gaiman here again with Judd. And last time, Judd, hello, Judd.
Hello.
Last time we talked briefly about that people are important, which is a very novel topic. But I played devil advocate and I said, as a CEO, and well, I certainly agree with it, but I just have higher priorities at the moment.
hmm
And then Judd responded, well, who are we talking to here? Right? Are we talking to those people who don't really particularly care about people, and for them, numbers are always going to be number one, and technology and so on? Or are we talking to someone who's already kind of realized that people are important but doesn't quite know how to do it? Right, Jed?
Yeah, absolutely. Um, uh, Look, I don't think that you're going to get somebody who has their entire life been built around finance and numbers to say people are more important than numbers. I don't know if we'll make that argument that'll sway them. And I understand that. But I think that the best leaders out there right now have taken notice. We're seeing chief human resources officers having a table, like a spot at the table now, right? So people are saying how harness this power. How do we improve what we're getting out of our people? How do we reduce turnover? How do we get better engagement? And so people are starting to take notice. And so speaking to them, there's so many tools that are coming out. We're seeing more analytic tools to monitor not just surveys, but they have passive ways to do it. So there are people who are getting metadata and collecting it from different applications and seeing how people communicate and getting a better understanding of how people and where people go when they're stressed, who they communicate with, where there are outliers, people that basically aren't in the communication hub and are kind of off on their own. And by getting this information, right, and understanding it and taking the time, we have a better way to create structured process, programs, and projects that can unify our people,
Yeah.
give them more of what they want because we hear them, right? And make them more productive, engaged, and happy with what we're doing. They're part of our mission. They're part of what we're going toward.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, for our audience, I wanted to say something practical because a lot of people say to me, "Okay, well, I got the theory, and then maybe give me an example." And let me give an example. Just the other day, Sibon Makel put up a very beautiful article about a consulting company, a friend of her who works for a consulting company, and they were losing bids left, right, and center. They were very old-fashioned. It worked for them. The style there, but somehow the people weren't engaged anymore. And so, hey, a consulting company with not engaged consultants, like, okay. So that she said to him, you know what, you need to reframe what you stand for in the company. You need to get a fresh perspective on the culture. Your culture is actually stale. And as
Right.
a consultant, if your culture is stale, everybody moved on. You still. So he actually agreed that this is the key. And I think they reframed how they see themselves as a consultant and started to win much more bids. So it's literally, some people think it's so peripheral, but yeah, I think it's like at the very core of your business model, right? So it's not
Mhm.
even, it can be like the thing that actually makes you or breaks you as a company, right?
Absolutely. I find that a lot of companies, um, culture to them is they think they're driving culture, but what really occurs is culture manifests whether you are working actively or not. Most of the time, you'll get a culture you do not want if you're not actively working on it. That means that you take the things that people think are frou-frou. We're doing our mission, vision, and values. Why is that important? Well, it's not if you're not communicating it and if you're not making it integral in all of the decisions of the company. So yes, doing it, putting it on a piece of paper, putting it on your wall, and never looking at it again will do nothing for your business. And it's not really just about having them. It's truly building your business and putting these at the core of them that will help to get people excited again. And people right now, one of the big topics is millennial generation, Gen Z, all of that. And they're coming up, and for them, these things are very important. Well, we have to get ahead of them. Now, these are things that should have been going on, but at the moment, they're absolutely imperative. And they're saying by 2025, 43% of our workforce is going to be gig workers or consultants. Because at this point, people aren't creating a mission and a vision and a value that resonates. So people are moving further and further away from
Right.
wanting to be a full-time employee to I'm going to go do it myself and just provide you with what I need because I'm going to do what's important to me.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. We're gonna go take a break, and then we'll in the next episode we'll look a little bit. We'll go deeper. I think we can go even deeper on this. Thank you, Judd.
Absolutely.